Hey, this is Chris Jericho, and you're listening to Awesome Pod, the only wrestling pod that I listen to.
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's Awesome Pod. It's Darcy the Mail Girl, Shorty Taylor, and Brendan Patrizzo. Explain Dynamite and Rampage, we are here.
And Mistress Harley.
All right, everybody. It's the Awesome Pod. Johnny Taylor here. We're expecting to have the gang all here, but sometimes things happen.
3 out of
I've
4
never-
ain't bad.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. Mistress Harley's with me. Also, Diana Prince. Some of you might know her as Darcy the Mail Girl. How are you guys doing? Good. Yeah.
I'm always fantastic. We drank a shit ton of blood at the Vampire Ball in LA over the weekend. And so we live, we die, we live again.
Amazing. How's that?
If I'm going to be honest, it was not the best vampire ball I've been to, but Harley made it fun, so I'm glad you were there. But it could have been
Yay.
bloodier. It could have been kinkier. It could have been vampier, but, we made it work.
It could have been vampire, but shout out to my crazy friend who all night was like, why won't a man impregnate me? Honey, it's because you are yelling that. Like, pro tip.
Yeah, that was
Pro
interesting.
tip. Don't scream, why won't a man impregnate me?
It was a night.
Well, it sounds fun. I'm sad I missed it. I don't know if my aesthetic would have fit it, but still looked like a blast. Saw some pictures. You guys look like you were blooding it up.
To be honest, Johnny, it could have really used some vampire comedy. Like a little, I don't know, Gallagher, but with blood, like anything. But, we had fun because we were together. And yes,
And
vampires.
high.
And high as
Vampire comedy.
fuck.
Oh yeah,
That makes
that's all-
everything wonderful. It was great.
that's all that
Yes.
matters.
Yes.
So wrestling
Mrs.
happened
Harley,
too.
Oh,
I
right.
heard. There
Wrestling.
was a rumor.
Yeah, we're going to talk about AEW Dynamite from February 21st, which took place in beautiful Tulsa, Oklahoma. Have y'all been to
Let's-
Tulsa?
I
I
have.
have.
It's actually fun.
I've
I
lived.
have family members from even shittier Oklahoma, and so I have a hard time believing that Tulsa is any better.
Johnny, what's
yeah,
your Tulsa experience?
I actually lived in Tulsa.
Shut up.
As a child. I don't remember much about it, but my father was from Tulsa.
No
So
way.
I got Oklahoma roots. I'm an Okie from way back. But yeah, it was cool to, I still love, I still have an affinity for Oklahoman things, due to the fact that my dad was always had so much Oklahoma pride. So I was stoked to see they were in Tulsa.
By Oklahoma things, do you mean like red dirt, oil fields, and driving trucks through the mud?
I mean, sure, more Oklahoma Sooner football.
Ah,
is,
okay.
To this
My-
day, Oklahoma's my team to this day. So
My family was from Oklahoma till they struck oil, and then they wisely escaped. So,
Wait, is that true too? Is that
yes.
true? Wow. There's lots of
Wow,
Oklahoma shit going on.
Yeah,
Oklahoma
so-
roots here.
Shout out to the people still trapped in Oklahoma. You
Aw,
can get
come on.
out. There is a path to the west and a place called California where gold falls from the sky and big tittied bitches just walk down the street. Yes.
Well, half of that's true for sure.
I'm sure Oklahoma has its share of big titty bitches.
It doesn't. They all leave. So the only big tittied bitches that were there were Wardlow, but we'll talk about that later.
I
Our
can't
first,
wait.
Oh, good one, man.
yes, our first match was the poorly named Blackpool Combat Club, which now features no one from Blackpool, Claudio Casanova, and John Moxley, who I call Mr. Paquette. And they had a match with FTR, Dax Forever Hardwood. And
Hardwood.
Hardwood. But I am so sick of this John Moxley Undertaker, like 10-minute entrance to the ring.
God, I know.
Okay,
It's
I will
tiresome.
full disclosure this. Like, I was rushing to get home to watch the start, and when I saw it start with Mox, I'm like, oh, I got time to like go get
Yeah.
snacks and get set up. It's like it's gonna be a minute.
You know,
You
to
can do
be
anything.
fair to that, Diana, it's like people in the stadium kind of have the same thing. Like, you hear Wild Thing hit, and you know you have a few minutes to get your hot dog,
Bathroom
get your
break.
beer, get the bathroom. Yeah, so maybe it's a kindness to the fans.
That's definitely his intention, no doubt.
Yeah. So it was a draw, though, and it was a
Oh.
timed match.
Good.
The crowd chanted 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, because there was a lot of man meat in the ring, and the crowd was not happy. Were you guys happy?
I mean, we're
No.
always happy with a draw. Who doesn't love
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I didn't love the draw, but I did love the match. A lot of great action in this one, and the crowd was fucking hot for this shit. They
Oh,
were
yeah, but it's another match
real
where the ref
into it.
needs a taser because they just cannot stop illegal people from being in the ring. They just can't stop them.
AEW does not give a fuck about rules.
I love
Referees
that
just
about
kind of in
them.
there to
Fuck
count.
the rules, man.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
the
rules.
rules. Fuck the
Fuck the
rules.
The
rules.
rules.
I nominate renaming FTR Team Tidy Whiteys because they always come out in the tidiest whiteyest. And you guys know I think that's brave because some wrestlers shit themselves when they get hit really hard in the stomach or the
True.
balls. So that's a brave move for Team Tidy Whitey.
Yeah.
They're very
They were.
confident in their bowel strength. So you gotta admire that.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
They were filling those trunks out this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, my favorite part during this match was where Hardwood and Claudio did like a double sharpshooter face to face, and then it turned into like a slap match. And then fucking Hardwood did a real pile driver on Claudio, meaning I'm worried about Claudio's goddamn vertebrae. Like, did you see that?
Fuck Claudio.
No, but his vertebrae,
Yeah,
you guys.
fuck Claudio. Fuck Claudio's vertebrae. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's
Fuck
he's
that dude.
fine.
Please write "fuck Claudio's vertebrae" on your chest for
I
the next time you're there.
fucking will, man.
I love it. I love it.
It was okay. As much as I fucking hate Claudio, I will admit it was a banger of a fucking match.
It was
No.
Claudio
killer.
can pick up 2 FTR guys with just
Blah
like
blah
easy.
blah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Fuck him and fuck his vertebrae.
Fuck his
Yeah, Claudio
vertebrae.
was really good.
Excalibur, as always, is so boring on commentary, but he had a fun tie.
I love Excalibur. I think Excalibur's amazing.
Just none of the commentators actually call the match. They're too busy telling me about 3 matches from now and the match on the pay-per-view. I'm like, call this match, the one
That's
I'm watching.
True. They are more like hype men, I would say.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Never stop selling.
yeah. But, I don't know. Did you guys have any final thoughts before I talk about Mr. Maria Kanellis and Orange Cassidy?
I like how they continued this. I like I'm excited to see where it goes. Excited. I feel bad saying excited with anything that has to do with Claudio, but I think it's going to be a good match at the pay-per-view. So they built that up and made me give a fuck. So good for them.
Yes, you have to accept that by hating Claudio, Claudio's doing a good job.
No. Oh, so then if I stop hating him, then I can show you guys how much he sucks. So
Exactly. It's just
I
like
am neutral on Claudio. He is okay.
Yeah, it's just like an
Claudio's okay.
ex-boyfriend. If you have enough energy to hate him, he's still in there.
No,
but if
he's
you
just
feel
awful.
nothing,
can't.
nothing, you're over it.
I can't pretend. He's just awful.
Yeah.
But speaking of just awful, let's talk
How
about
dare you.
Orange Cassidy.
Don't dare. You shut your whore mouth right
Shut your whore mouth.
Ooh, make me bitch.
now. Okay,
Now,
this is
now-
you're
This is
distracting
the-
me now. Don't talk shit about
this
Orange
is-
Cassidy. That's my point.
This is the content you don't get on other podcasts.
There's a lot of content you don't get on other pods. How many talk about
Yeah.
fucking people shitting themselves? Just saying.
I mean,
Shooting
Stone
themselves,
Cold Steve
vampires.
Austin talks about it all the time. So we are in the league with the greats.
Wow.
I love that for us.
So Orange Cassidy versus Mr. Maria Kanellis, Mike Bennett. Also, can I just talk about how Mr. Maria Kanellis, he's got like no gimmick, and if you squint, he looks kind of like an off-brand Claudio. Like he's bald, he's wearing the European
Yeah.
tight shorts, and so he needs a gimmick. People of the podcast, just donate a gimmick to this poor man, this poor gimmickless man. But predictably, Orange Cassidy won this match. But
Yeah.
okay, but then the Undisputed Kingdom came out to attack him, and then Jake Hagar came to Orange Cassidy's rescue, and we have
Yes.
no
I
idea
loved it.
why. Why?
Yeah,
I
it
feel
didn't
like
make a whole lot of sense, but
I think it's because they kind of look alike. And
Oh,
to me, it
yeah.
was like his big brother coming out to take care of him. That's how I read it.
yeah, I loved the pop that Hager got in Oklahoma. It was good. I enjoyed that. It was
Well,
cool.
his gimmick in WWE was like Jack Swagger, we the people, right?
Oh man, I love dude the real what were they called? The Real Americans? What were they called?
Yeah, like it was like Patriot or something like that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like a libertarian tag team, which I think is fucking hilarious to have
Yeah,
a
I wonder if
libertarian
that
tag.
cachet carries to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Don't tread on me. I'm sure.
But there was ball busting in this match, which I appreciated. Roderick Strong ran in, and Mike Bennett gave a low blow to the OC. So, little ball busting. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
Mike Bennett
nothing
was
wrong.
also funny, like when he went on commentary though. That shit had me dying.
Ah,
But
yes,
that's his gimmick. He can just do commentary every time.
that's true. I agree. Yes.
Johnny, I feel like I interrupted you. Do you have something to say about that?
Oh no, this was actually first off, Orange Cassidy doesn't have a bad match.
Ever,
So
ever
I'm sorry,
recognize
Mistress
Harley.
Harley. So this was actually a lot of fun, and it didn't make sense for Hager to come out necessarily, but it worked. Thought it worked.
I felt they're probably going to explain it to us coming up. It's just a nice
Yeah.
surprise right now, and then they'll explain it later.
Yeah, two white guys who look alike. Yay. I don't
Long
know.
lost brothers.
Here's how you get me to like Orange Cassidy. He's got to embrace this gimmick of like beach guy because he's got all of his moves like the beach fucking break and shit, but he does not look like a guy who goes to the beach. Come out with a surfboard and attack people with it. Come out with a shark and attack people
A
with
shark.
it. But
I
I
don't
don't.
think he's coming out the shark anytime soon.
How about like one of those big umbrellas, like a big beach umbrella, and then like a whole team of like surf girls, like one of those 60s beach party movies? Like, I just need more gimmick to like him, because right now his only gimmick is like, I'm a white guy who does Japanese strong style. And,
His gimmick
Yeah.
is being fucking awesome, and that's all he needs.
Mm.
Just saying. And wearing denim.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this episode seemed way more like sports entertainment than past Dynamite episodes. There was so much like there was hella run-ins. There was like it seemed really like how they had been kind of going to like all wrestling, for like
yeah.
Yeah.
several weeks ever since the Continental Classic. This episode in particular had way more like goofy wrestling shit in it.
And
which I kinda
cinematics also.
We have
Yeah, I
been
kinda
begging
like
for
it.
that though. Like, give us storyline, give us goofiness. So thank you
I
for
was
that.
into it. Yeah, I loved it.
Agree.
There's news this week that they brought on like a new writer, like a
Thank
Emmy
God.
winning. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I'm like, and if this is
Thank
her first, showing us what she can do. Good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. There is a lot of development in this episode, which we'll talk about, especially when we get to women's. Oh my God, the
Oh, yeah.
women's.
Oh, dude, one of my favorite segments of the whole thing. I can't wait.
Really? All right, we have to get to that. Let's
Yeah,
go.
but my last suggestions for gimmicks for Mike Bennett. Remember Lil Nate from when there was a ref that looked like Nature Boy Ric Flair back in the
Oh yeah.
90s at the WWE? I want like Little Claude. Mike could be Little Claude, like Claudio lookalike. A sign that says "We'll wrestle for food, we'll wrestle for wife," or European tourist in a hot place. He's got a little backpack and he's wearing sandals. So gimmicks for Mike.
I love it.
Those are great.
Yeah, I love that you took the time to come up with
I
gimmicks.
know. And those are the
It's,
ones you came up with.
I'm
I
distracted
know.
when someone looks so
Didn't take
much
a lot
like
of
someone
time.
else and then like no one that I can't tell them apart from every other bald white guy with a kind of beard, you know?
Right.
All right. Yeah, the sandals would definitely do it.
That's
Okay.
fair.
But then Fashion Award, Renee Paquette backstage wearing leather Zubaz.
With her little
And
flower.
yes, and she's interviewing Angelo Parker and Ruby Soho about their date, and then they go on a date.
I know. Adorable.
Yes, and then Grandpa Ric Flair shows up, and he is mad. I mean, mad ass Ric Flair.
Explain why
He
he was mad. He's just like pissed he's not a bigger part of the Sting thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's another backstage segment, but we'll skip to it where it's like, yeah, he's like, I'm upset that I'm not a bigger part of Sting's final match, and I'm going to explore my options. And then he goes into a dressing room with the Young Bucks, and I hope that means he's in there destroying the Bucks. Like, I hope he comes out of there covered in blood.
Ooh,
He's
me
not.
too.
He's
Yeah.
not. He's gonna manage the Young Bucks against
No,
this.
come on. We don't need that
This.
shit.
No.
We don't need that kind
This
of
is.
negativity in our lives.
I think Ric Flair. They're all wearing suits. It's. I
Yeah.
smell a
Interesting.
Ric
Good
Flair
point.
manager role against Sting and Darby at the pay-per-view. That's just a hunch.
They did
Maybe,
finally change out of their bloodstained white suits, so there's that.
yeah, they
Thank
finally
God.
got another suit. Good for them.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it's like a ruse, and he's just, gonna pretend to help them, but really, he's helping Sting the whole time.
That's. I mean,
Ooh.
this is wrestling. That is a very, very real possibility.
I hope
Yeah,
so. If
Rick.
it's just straight up helping the Bucks, I will hurt.
No, Ric Flair's the dirtiest player in the game, and he'll never stop being that. He's a man that has always stayed on brand. So I trust that he's got Sting's back, at least until he doesn't.
Good point.
He's just giving him some woo energy drinks.
I was just thinking that.
Oh,
I was like, we don't know what he's like now that he's a woo man, a woo energy
Yeah,
yes.
drink man.
he's a woo man.
Well, now that he
Oh,
covers himself in tiger blood and drinks the woo energy drinks, like no
oh my
one,
God.
no one knows. He could be Dr. Octo tomorrow.
That
Exactly. It's a
stuff
whole
probably
new
that's
Flair era.
yeah, that stuff probably is like straight crystal
I
meth.
still can't find it. Where do we get this shit?
The woo energy drink?
We
We
need
are
some
not
woo
Yeah.
talking
energy
about
drink.
crystal meth, people. The woo energy
Where
drink.
where
Where
can we
do
get
we
some
get it?
crystal meth? Um, I think I could probably find crystal meth faster than I could find woo energy drink. I haven't seen it anywhere.
I'm gonna
Well, that's
find
because
it.
you're in Sacramento, Johnny.
How
I haven't
dare you,
seen it
Mistress
here either.
Harley? This heel turn. I've had enough. I won't take any Sacramento slander.
Even though it
First
is
there
the
was
meth
Tulsa.
capital of California. Yes.
Listen, every place is the meth capital of California.
I
Fair.
can't argue with
Bakersfield,
it. Yeah.
Bakersfield, come on.
Okay, fair, fair. But not Beverly Hills. We have nice drugs here. So, speaking of nice
That's right.
drugs, Daniel Garcia comes out wearing clothes, which is weird. Do you guys ever only know someone from a strip club and then you see them somewhere else and they're wearing clothes and you're like, who are you? Like, Daniel Garcia looked like he was about to tell me my oil change was done, and then he did his sexy
Aw.
dance. And
Uh,
and
Your
then
sexy oil change.
yeah, your sexy oil change, go to the sexy Jiffy Lube. But then the patriarchy came out, right?
Oh, Lord, I
Yes.
was dying during this.
I
Oh
love
my
this segment
God.
so much.
So good. Oh my God.
Can we discuss how Christian always has to bring up your dead dad? He's like the Joker, always talking about the Batman's dead parents. Like, well, because your parents are dead, and I'm gonna be
Yes.
your new dad now.
But
Like,
fuck, who knew how many people had fucking dead dads at AEW?
Dude, my
Damn.
dad is dead, and
Uh-oh, he's coming for you next.
I would love
Johnny,
that.
why aren't you
Please cut a
wrestling?
promo. Please cut a promo on my dead dad, Christian. I want that. Like, that's my make-a-wish.
Cut a promo on my dead dad. And it was pretty brutal because the dead dad segment was also like about how shitty and bad the dead dad was, like how he was an
Yeah.
alcoholic
Call
and
him a piece
how
of shit.
yeah, it was like Christian. I thought Christian was gonna say I killed him. That was how
Yeah.
brutal it was.
Did you guys see that? Like the address he gave out was to a graveyard.
Oh, I
It's like your
didn't.
dad's at blah blah blah, and people
Oh
looked
my
it up
God.
online. It's a fucking graveyard.
I mean, that's incredible writing. That's incredible
Yes.
writing.
Details. Holy shit.
Christian takes notes.
Yes.
Christian is just straight up Darth Vadering everyone. He's like, you
I
do
love
not
it.
have a father, and I'll be your father now. And then Daddy Magic rushes in, and it's like Battle of the Dads.
Daddy Showdown.
Oh yeah, Nick Wayne was wearing a Christian is my father
I
shirt.
gotta
Did
get-
you guys see that?
Did he? No, I did
love
miss
it.
that. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes, and Shania
Love it.
Wayne was there, and she looked like she wished she had
Um,
not eaten the catering. That was her face.
I noticed she's still wearing the heel
Dude, I
turtleneck.
love that. Yeah, she
What
was
do you
wearing like
want, Johnny?
pleather. I think
There you go.
Shania Wayne looked like she was like straight from the Shania Twain video, which now I think she's like leaning into it. They have to listen. They have to listen to this podcast.
Well,
She's
dear
like,
Shania
she's
Wayne,
becoming
if
Shania Wayne.
yes, you are welcome on the pod to discuss your transformation into evil and what it's like to bang Christian. I have questions.
Let's put some calls in, man. I think we can get her.
I have to say, Daniel Garcia's retort to Christian was solid. I thought that was like some of the best work that Daniel Garcia has done on the mic.
I
He's
love
like, if you keep talking, I'm gonna lay you down right next to my dead father. I'm like,
Ah!
Oh yes,
Alright.
so good. And he had the whole crowd just like eating out of his hand, like babyface, so fucking over, loved it. He was so good in this.
So baby face.
Yeah,
His
he's
whole
a great
speech
baby
about
face.
when I danced, the crowd danced
Yes.
with me.
And
Like,
it's
yes.
fucking true, man. We're all dancing every time he comes out. And it used to be like a silly dance, and now it's a power dance. We're giving him the
Yep.
power, Daniel.
I
Yes.
agree, Diana.
Yes,
At
Daniel.
first, I thought it was a silly dance, and now I feel like he has claimed it and it is a power dance.
Hell yeah.
But okay, power dancing, the women's match, Toni Storm. Like, okay, the first part was Toni Storm versus local jobber Cindy Winnell. And it was a kind of short squash match. There was like a hip attack that I think killed Cindy Winnell.
Oh
I was
my
worried
God,
she
it
was
was so
dead.
gnarly.
It was
painful, but like what a way to go. But fine.
yeah.
It was harsh.
Yes.
It was gnarly.
And then we got Deanna Purrazzo versus Madison Rain. And it was, I'm sorry, I'm usually pro women's matches. This match was slow and bad. And Purrazzo dropped Rain right on her
Oh.
fucking head.
Oh
Like,
my God. I thought she crippled her.
I lost respect.
It
Yeah.
was that DDT was so brutal. I was like, oh.
That's why, like, when you guys were talking about the women's matches earlier, that's why I wanted to get to this, because I thought they were both kind of a mess, honestly.
I agree, like, and maybe they were just having a bad day. Maybe they traveled too long or ate some bad food. You know, like, we all have bad days,
Yeah,
and
shit
people,
happens. I get it.
these guys still have to show up and perform, and so I have respect for that. But just watching it was a little like, what? Are they underwater? Are they drunk? At first I thought they were drunk.
And you know, Madison Rain can work. And Deanna Purrazzo is one of the best in the business. So bad chemistry, I think.
it did not get me excited for their match.
If anything, it
Well-
undermined some of that best in the business shit. I was like, I don't know.
Honestly. And even
Sure.
putting Toni against the Jobber in the first place, it's like,
Yeah.
give her somebody that has a little bit of stakes, you know, a little bit of a feel like it fucking matters, just to make it more exciting for the pay-per-view.
Absolutely agree. And other women work here. Give them some
Yeah,
screen
exactly.
time.
It's like
Yeah.
Toni Storm with this great entrance, and you know, whoever that was.
Yeah, I'm excited. First of all, I love Deanna Purrazzo, and she will prove to you guys that she's amazing.
I agree.
Uh,
I think she's gonna get there for sure.
I'm very excited for Toni Storm and Deanna Purrazzo. That is, in my opinion, two of the best women working today. So I'm actually very excited for that match. I hope it
But
doesn't suck.
is that because you already, you know, were had feelings for them, not because of what they've done to build it up?
Right. Well, I think putting Tony against a jobber is questionable for sure. But also, I understand that, you know, we've seen Tony Storm versus everybody at this point. So, do you put her up against Sky Blue again? Do you put her up against, Red Velvet or like, I don't know
I mean, I
who you
guess that's
pick
fair,
for
but it's
these
like it's
people.
right before the pay-per-view. Give me something, you know?
I mean,
Right.
they've made
Tune
me
up, like a
watch.
proper tune up.
Yeah.
They've made me watch Swerve Strickland and Adam Hangman Page fight each other like 400 times, including
I'll watch it
later in
400
this
more times.
episode.
Exactly.
So
me
yeah,
too.
like Tony versus Red Velvet would be great. They're both
Also-
really good.
Question: where the fuck is Britt Baker?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I
Have
don't
you
know.
seen Britt Baker?
What is going
she
on there?
lost?
As far as I know, she's not hurt. She's out at the Super Bowl and doing shit all the time. Like, what's going on?
And she looks like she's in great shape.
Right.
That
That would have
makes
been
me
good.
worry. That makes me worry that she's in great shape and not on the show right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah, like if she was pregnant or something, I'd be like, oh, of course, time off. But no, if you're like busting ass and looking awesome, then I hope you're not shopping because I like Britt Baker.
But there's still okay. Britt Baker's side. There's plenty of other people they could have brought in. We haven't seen her against like Anna Jay. I don't know. There's plenty of people they could have done besides Jobber X. You know.
Yeah, and
know.
I'm not
Yeah,
against
I
giving
agree.
local talent time, but
Same,
yeah,
but this is not the time for it. You know?
Agreed.
It's squash, though. It's like
Agree.
It's right before the. I mean, I get it.
But okay, it was this moment after the Purrazzo match where Toni Storm is like going full what I would call lady crazy. It was like that
That
David
was
Lynch
great.
movie, Wild at Heart, where she just starts putting on lipstick and just won't stop putting it on until like her whole face is covered in lipstick and she's
Yes.
cackling and Luther is carrying her out and she's like laughing and she's in black and white and Deanna Purrazzo's in color and like that whole segment was awesome.
That
Yeah, that's
was amazing.
this is what I love. This is the segment I love. It was full tilt. Like Tony Storm was owning the psycho. Which
Yes.
I fucking loved it. The matches sucked, but her character work is still next level every single week.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. And
Somebody
if
on
you
my Instagram feed or Twitter feed, I think, compared it to Night of the Demons when Linnea quickly takes the
Oh, wow.
lipstick and it's like, I just want to look pretty for the boys. It was so that. It was very that.
that's one of my favorite movie tropes is a woman losing her mind and just putting lipstick on all over her face. And so if you haven't seen Wild at Heart, it's my favorite David Lynch movie. Nick Cage, Laura Dern. So good.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
Noted.
Wild at Heart is great.
It is. It's such a good movie. And okay, Toni Storm being billed from stage 7 at Warner Studios. That I love that. Like all the little
Great
all the
touch.
little extras, you know?
Yeah, I thought
And
it
then
was a
from
great
that,
touch.
we get a fucking whiny Wardlow promo. Do we
Oh, how
want to
dare
talk
you.
about whiny ass
Okay,
Wardlow?
we are doing this in person one day because you and I are going at it, man. With your hatred of all my people. Wardlow was so good in this. How can you watch that and call him whiny?
Yeah,
Why?
wah, no one gives me stuff. Wah, no one's gonna give me an
he's
opportunity
mad
for
as
the
fuck,
belt.
and he's not taking this shit anymore, man. Wardlow is coming for it now.
In wrestling, you earn your opportunity for championship by
He's
winning
earned this
other
shit.
matches.
He's won so much. Yes, they're squashy, but he still won a lot.
I mean, yeah, but he's just all he does is complain that he doesn't get stuff. Like, go get stuff. Winners make their own luck, Wardlow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
he
Johnny,
sucks.
Johnny, this promo was so good though, right?
Like, it was better than his other just terrible shit that he's done. So, like, the the
Ah.
the bar is
I
low.
He
I felt
literally said he
really
wanted people jailed for not booking him a title match. Like, let's imagine you're at another job. You're at Starbucks. Do you want your manager jailed because you didn't get a promotion? Like, this is not
I felt like
reasonable.
a lot of people would like that. Yes.
Dude, the only time I've ever cared about anything Wardlow said is when he got his shit stolen.
Aw,
Like,
that see, he's been through so much.
Real
when he got his shit
question.
robbed, I was like, oh, I believe him.
Okay, real question. Is Wardlow a face or a heel?
He's a heel.
He's a heel right now. He goes back and forth. I think he's definitely a heel right now for sure.
All those
Okay.
devil people are heels.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just find the subjectivity of faces and heels interesting because it's always different depending on who you like, but everyone seems to agree Wardlow is a heel. So, yeah, of course he sucks, but you know who doesn't suck? Darby Allin and Sting.
I agree.
No
It's
one can argue that.
Sting! Yes.
with
Darby
another dead dad. Fuck.
I know, but
Only dead
Darby showed
dads.
pictures. He was like, Sting, can I show this picture of you and your kids? And so Darby's got like pictures of Sting's family and like, look, family is all that matters and my dead dad and yada yada. But I like it when they bring in real life shit, when they're like, this is a picture of my family. It feels real.
Yeah, I like it too.
Hella real.
I felt bad for Sting in this though, for sure. It was an emotional moment. But I think all of us couldn't help but going back to think about Christian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is
Yeah.
Christian gonna be Sting's new dad? Or is Sting gonna do a reversal and become Christian's dad? Writing.
Ooh, interesting.
I
I
love
hadn't
that
thought
idea.
of that.
I mean, how do you turn
I
Christian
hadn't considered
face?
that either.
Do we need to?
No,
No,
but
don't.
it would be fun. Just, keep people guessing.
Oh,
Days of our
wait.
lives.
Speaking of Christian, though, we skipped over this. Fucking after all this build up, he and Adam Copeland are not going to get the pay per view match. Fuck, man.
Right. No.
Are you guys super bummed about that?
No, I've seen them dance before.
But this was supposed to be the big moment. Now it's Daniel Garcia, which I wouldn't like normally, but I just feel like after all this, it's such a letdown to me. I'm sure it's gonna
I
be great,
agree.
but
I
yeah.
think it sucks.
Really? Because I feel like the last one was supposed to be the big moment. And the one before that was supposed to be the big moment. Like,
No,
baby,
they
you
had the
can only tell me
schmoz
it's
on
going to
the
be
last
the
one.
big moment so many times.
But so much has happened. So you keep making it even bigger moments. Like, oh, I thought we were done, but we're not. You keep pulling me back in with all your evil.
Long-term storytelling.
Yes,
Wait, but like, are there more dead dads? Like, it just
probably.
kind of the same beef.
How's Adam Copeland's dad doing?
Yeah, I know. Is he
Oh.
old?
Okay, now I want cinematic visits with everybody's alive dad so that I can feel the threat of dead dad. What else would be really hilarious? I want all the dads at the wrestling matches being threatened by Christian personally.
He'll kill him. Yeah, I
Yes.
like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I would enjoy it. Like, I can't help it. But okay, we got a couple of like short promos from the Bang Bang Gang where they're like bang bang for life. Billy Gunn apologized for hurting some men by accident, but they were like, "No, we are together forever." And then Renee with the Don Callis family. I don't know what to say about this segment. Don Callis is always just like, Powerhouse Hobbs is going to hurt a bunch of people, and we haven't forgotten about Sammy. Like, it's almost like he's making a list of things he has not forgotten. You ever
He
do
called
that?
Sammy a cuck. That fucking
He did!
that popped me, man.
Yeah, there's a fetish I don't think you guys talked about on the Kinkorama, but yeah, Sammy, the
That
cuck.
is true. There was too much to cover and too much censorship too.
Well, you guys will have every Valentine's Day episode from here on out to try to get full coverage fetish. Fuck yeah.
Fetishes
There,
number 2. The
yes.
sequel.
Yes, but do you guys have anything you want to add about those promos? They were kind of like really fast and
Yeah,
almost just next time on.
they're kind of just there, other than the cuck. That's what stood out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Johnny?
I thought Don Callis like had some good lines, but I thought both those segments, the Bang Bang Gang one and the Callis family one, both seemed to just kind of clumsy.
Yeah.
But it was, but at the same time, it's like I understand they're like we want to give these guys since they're not really featured in the episode, we want to give them just at least a second so people don't forget about them. So,
Literally, it felt like, remember we exist.
right,
And that's
that's
a good
totally how it
point.
came on.
There's legitimacy and remember we exist and we're going to do stuff later and we are
Totally.
still here. And Don Callis is a great heel. Like, I hate him, but that's
Oh,
how
he's
I know
amazing.
he's good at it.
Word.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's so good. I love Don Callis.
Yes. We love hate Don Callis. I love to hate Don Callis.
Exactly.
Also, I wish they'd let Powerhouse Hobbs talk more, but I get it. The old
Yeah.
guy, the one that
I-
doesn't wrestle, he's got to talk.
I like him
So-
being strong and silent-ish. It makes him a
Yeah.
little more intimidating that way, because if he comes out and he's like, he could fuck that up. Right now he's scary looking,
That's
like, I don't
true.
want to fuck with them, but if he does like a bad promo, if he's not great on the mic, then that takes him down a little bit. So
That's a good point. Better to stay silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and confirm all doubts.
exactly.
So, trios match, exciting trios match. It was a
Yeah.
hot, full of man meat, sweaty man meat trios match. Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage on one side, Hook, Hangman Adam Page, and Rob Van Dam, the whole fucking show on the other side. This was one where I liked everyone. I didn't even have a dog in the fight because I was like, everyone is great. You're all doing a good job.
Wait, you like Hangman?
Well, fuck Hangman, but Hook and RVD.
You almost
know-
caught her, Diana.
No, but it's like when you put vodka in a fruity drink and you don't taste the vodka.
Okay. Well, I love Hangman, and I love this match. It was all fucking great.
My only criticism was just that the Hangman Swerve segment where I'm like, oh my god, again? Let me see other people fight.
It's never going to be over between them.
I mean,
Okay,
eventually.
eventually. Well, 40
Maybe
years
after the
from now,
pay-per-view.
40 years from now, they're going to be talking about each other's dead dads, and it's still going to be happening. But I saw on the dirt sheets, people talked about speculation. Did Swerve break his ankle?
I
Oh,
thought
Hangman.
Hangman.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hangman looked like he
okay.
got hurt.
Yeah,
All
when
right.
he got out of that muscle buster, I thought he was legitimately hurt, but I guess
Yeah.
he's okay.
It looked bad though, man.
I
Yeah,
hope
he
he's
definitely twisted
okay.
his ankle.
I hope so too, because don't fuck with another match I've been looking forward to. You guys stop getting hurt.
No, now that we've watched the Iron Claw and we know that one of the Von Erichs was wrestling without a fucking ankle, I'm like, oh no, broken ankle, you just wrap that up. You just, keep wrestling. Just
Play
get
through the
back to
pain.
it. Yes, just get through it and the show must go on and all that shit. But that was interesting in the dirt sheets but I didn't notice it during the match.
Yeah, he was on the outside, and there was even a point where he was like telling the cameraman not to shoot him, which I was like,
Oh
Mm.
wow.
he must be big hurt. But from what I understand, he's okay.
I liked that there was a promo before the match where Hangman's like, yeah, and we're finally gonna show Swerve and we're gonna show him and RVD is gonna help us, and RVD was like, dude, I wasn't even there. Like a traditional stoner, like I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. I'm like here to fight the other men for work.
He's like, I missed it.
Oh yeah, there was this great promo earlier in the show where Adam Page was just like making it so personal, and RVD was like, "I am here, but I don't know what you're talking about, but I am
I am
here
also
today."
here.
Yeah.
RVD.
But I love
love him.
RVD. I'm so glad he's on AEW because when he stopped being on WWE, I missed him. He's really good at wrestling.
Completely. I agree.
Yeah.
Still, to this day.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a really consistent career, and I like that AEW seems to maybe not care if people smoke weed. How completely fucking evolved of them.
Oh, I can
Uh,
definitely tell you Tony Khan is not opposed to smoking weed.
Oh, well, that's
uh,
good. That's so enlightened of
Pro
Tony
weed,
Khan.
pro weed.
Yay, pro weed. Yes. So, yeah. So, except for like a little hiccups in the show, that was the match. And Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and Brian Cage won the trios, unsurprisingly. I felt like this episode was a little predictable, but still enjoyable. You go to a restaurant over and over again because you know what you're going to get and you like it, right?
Yeah,
right.
this was a little bit of a filler episode, but not unfun. You know?
Yeah, it was definitely like disjointed. There was a bunch of like moments though where I was like, this is bonkers. Like, what the fuck is even happening?
Dude,
Which
especially
I
after the main
liked.
event, there's a lot of chaos happening.
Yeah,
This,
it
yes.
was like a Nitro from 1998. It really was.
It did feel that way. A lot of dusty finishes, a lot of guys ending the match by running into the ring and kind of smack outs. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was a little retro in vibes, which I liked.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, even the end of like with the chaos after the match was so Nitro. It was like we're running out of time, you know. And it, it was. I was like, is the NWO out there? What's happening? It's very. It really was a throwback vibe to the whole episode.
Seriously, is Dennis Rodman signed to a promotion right now? Because I would
Seriously,
like to see some members of the NWO come back. Yes.
for real, I agree.
So we need to rate this episode, award awards, make fun of Brendan Patrizio for not showing up to another episode of the Awesome Pod.
why
I
you
think
use
he
the word
texted us,
Brendan?
but I didn't check.
I check the text messages. He's just off doing things.
Whatever.
Brandon, just
What do you
off
guys want
doing
to rate
things.
this episode with?
I give it a 3 out of 5.
No, but
Meaning,
what
Yeah,
are we rating with?
oh right, shit. What are we rating with? Mm,
Dead fathers. I think we've done dead fathers before.
You
there
know,
were
if
a
Christian can
lot
do
of
it
dead
often, we
fathers.
can too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. We can bring it back.
Okay,
Good,
yeah, dead
good
fathers.
dead fathers.
Okay,
3 out of 5 dead fathers.
3 is not so good.
Well, look, like you said, it was a little bit of filler. It was a little bit of stuff I seen before. It was some matches I seen before. I liked some of the promos. The Toni Storm cinematic was my favorite part, but
Yeah,
not a lot of
I get it.
new.
I can't even give it 4. I'm gonna give it 3.5. Dead fathers.
Yeah, I was gonna go 3.5 as well, close to 3 3/4.
Yeah, totally. And it's totally fun.
Um,
Like if you haven't seen it, just pop it in. It's good. Fun mind escape. But it's nothing that's gonna blow your mind. It's nothing you can't live without seeing.
This is a math
yeah,
nerd question, but wouldn't less dead fathers be better putting our rating system on an inverse scale?
depends on the father. Let's be real.
Oh, fair point.
Ooh.
Fair point. Christian said a
Depends
lot of
on the
trash
father.
about dads tonight. Yeah.
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 Plus, if we could be going from Christian Cage's point of view. So then,
Okay.
dead fathers is a good thing for sure.
Right. He's the only father. Therefore, all
Yeah.
fathers should be dead.
We want all
yeah.
the dead daddies.
Oh my God. Is Christian going to genocide everyone's dad? Like.
Oh my God, the dead father genocide. That's just what we need.
Okay.
How's
This
the
is,
ghost feeling about it?
yeah, Ghost.
The ghost one with 2.
What? Ghost? Damn.
Well, here's the thing: the ghost was a father. He is
Oh.
actually a dead father.
Is
So
it
he
a
found
dead
out
father of one of the wrestlers or Batman?
He found he's actually as a jobber. A
Oh.
guy, yeah, a guy named Barry Horowitz was.
Oh my God.
Christian's on his way.
From
Uh-huh.
the 80s WWF, and so he went, and he's a Texas Longhorns fan. So just he found this whole episode very triggering.
Wow.
Okay,
I get
that's
that goes.
that's fair. I mean, R-Truth has the invisible child friend, and I like to think that they all hang out with the dead dads in
Right?
whatever limbo universe that is.
Yeah, heaven.
And like, okay, I know it's off topic, but R-Truth is a gem forever. Um,
Oh, he's killing it on the other show.
he's killing it. I want him on AEW because that's how good he is.
Our truth is killing it right now.
But Hero Award?
Okay, the Dewey Riley Hero of the Week award. I'm gonna jump in and say Jake fucking Hager.
Me
Running
too.
out.
He's mine too.
Yeah, saving Orange Cassidy for no reason. Love it.
I give it to Toni Storm for epic film performance. I'm sorry, film. Her epic film performance.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, she's great. Hard to argue with that.
So we have the John Holmes Biggest Dick of the Week award. Who
I
do you
mean,
guys
we've
got?
called it the Christian Cage Dick of the
I
Week award.
know.
Calling out people's dead dads for being alcoholics
It's
is
hard to beat that shit, man.
yeah.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be Christian Cage.
Yeah, predictable but well earned. He's got a lot of dicks lined up at this point.
You
Oh, I
know,
love. He's got a lot of dick lined up.
oh yeah.
All right, there you go, Christian.
You know, I'm someone who's mean professionally, and sometimes people call me and they're like, "What's the meanest thing you could possibly say?" And then I say something so mean that they hang up the phone and run away. Because it's usually something like, "You're a disappointment to everyone who knows you, and you smell like old soup." And they're like, "That's not sexy," and then they run away. But I'm just being
Yeah.
truthful.
I'm just being truthful. Oh, this poor man.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. The Freddy versus Jason match or showdown of the week. Who do you guys got?
It's got to be the main event. Like, I liked everyone but Hangman Adam Page. So 5 out of 6 guys I like.
Johnny, you agree?
Yeah, yeah. This one was close for me. Uh, I will. I'm going with the main event also, but the opener with FTR and the Blackpool Combat Club. If it wouldn't have been a draw,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have gave that a slight edge just on technical aspect. But the main event was more fun.
I too have to go main event, but I want to give a honorable mention to the Christian Daniel moment. It was
Oh
great.
yeah, it was really good too.
Agree. Honorable mention.
Yeah,
So
it was
yay!
good.
Oh wait! The Ric Flair Fashion Icon of the Week award.
Oh, yes. I give it to Renee Paquette in her leather Zumbas. You get it, girl.
Yeah,
Done.
I'm gonna go with one that it's almost like an honorary award because he didn't look necessarily great, but I love the fact that RVD is just still rocking that same onesie.
Aw,
That
true.
he's always, it's tie dye, it's weird. It feels like he walked to a county fair and brought like a white onesie and was like, I don't know, man, just put like a yin and yang on there. And then they just gave him this whole get up back.
I
The
love
guy
that and agree.
the guy who makes RVD's onesies is actually quite famous, and you can get a custom onesie from the same artist. And I admit I have thought about it.
Oh, let's
So
all get them.
yes,
Oh,
fans, you can donate to our GoFundMe. No, I kid. But yeah, we
if
should get
we,
matching RVD
oh
onesies.
my God, we
Let's
have to do
do
that
it.
and,
Oh my
and
god!
do a photo shoot.
And then get our Ric Flair drinks. Like, oh, we're gonna be so
Oh,
styling.
Yes.
that's
Yes,
so
look
sick.
forward to that on our OnlyFans.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give my
sure.
award to Ruby Soho because she looks
Oh,
so nice, ready for her
she
date.
looked rad. I
She
agree.
did look cute for her date.
Yes, it was adorable. So she gets my Ric Flair award.
I hope on the next episode we get little bits of their date, like reality TV, like them trying to eat soup or trying to act normal in front of people. Like, I love that shit.
I feel like they're gonna talk about it a lot on Rampage. So maybe if we
Mm.
don't get it on the next episode, we will have gotten it by the next episode, so we can discuss.
Excellent. I cannot wait. Good.
That's good
Well,
shit right there.
Fuck yeah. Do we have any promos this week? What are we promoting? Johnny Taylor.
Well, my big birthday show's coming up March 5th at
Yay.
the Sacramento
Birthday.
Punchline. And then after that, I'm heading up to Seattle March 15th and March 16th. First night I'll be at Comedy Bar headlining, and then I will be with Brian Posehn and my friend Derek Sheen at the Neptune Theater. And then LA people, it's far off, but I'm
Woo!
coming back. Coming back August 18th. I'll be at Largo with Pat Oswalt. So come out, it's gonna be fun.
That is really far away, but we will be there.
Yeah, it is far, but just got confirmation on that. And
Yay.
I'm gonna do some more LA shows. I'm gonna be there the whole weekend. So
Hell
come
yeah.
on out, Los Angeles.
That's the time we
Hooray.
do our that's our photo shoot.
Yes.
We'll
We have to
make
get
it
our
happen.
onesies by then.
Yes. Be prepared for the choking out. I like the Kimura clutch.
Okay, there we go. Love it.
Diana, what are you promoting this week?
On March 1st, we are showing the premiere of the new Walking Dead 800 spinoff, the Rick and
Ooh.
Michonne episode. We will be hosting that on AMC at 9 p.m. So tune in, and yeah, that's it. Watch The Walking Dead with us.
I absolutely will watch The Walking Dead with you
Yay.
because I can't stop watching zombie shows, and also TV is sparse. It's like Naked and Afraid, which is the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, and then the zombie apocalypse. It's a lovely pairing.
I will say that my Rick outfit, I tried to cosplay as him. It didn't quite work out. You guys can judge for yourself.
No, I want
It
to
was
see
a little
cosplay
small.
that doesn't. Ooh, so small? Too small in the booby area?
It was, yeah.
So what you're telling us is
I had to
really,
improvise.
really tiny top on Diana for the
Okay,
AMC
so I thought,
special.
I didn't try it on. I was like, oh, it's like a crop top, no problem. But then when I put it on, it did not even cover my nipples. So I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? So you guys can see how that worked out.
Viewers will hate it.
I had nothing else to wear. I'm like, fuck, I gotta fix this.
No, I think viewers will love it. So tune in for that. Possible wardrobe malfunctions. Ooh, exciting.
Wow, way to sell it. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should be on the A&W or AEW.
A&W.
Shut up.
I love A&W root beers. It's some of my favorites.
Oh, it's so Danhausen, which by the way, where's he too? I need to book this shit.
Yeah, book this shit,
Wow.
Diana.
Harley, what are you promoting?
Oh, yeah. I am Mistress Harley, dominatrix extraordinaire. I happen to have my 2 albums, Tech Dom Financial Domination and Pimpstress Tunes to Goon, which you can find everywhere music is sold, Amazon, Spotify, Pandora, blah, 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 blah. But we are the Awesome Podcast, and we are not like other podcasts. And we cover AEW twice a week. We are working on all kinds of exciting shit. So keep tuning back in, like, subscribe, leave us reviews, say shit to us. We actually read that stuff.
Hell yeah. But be nice.
Yeah. Oh, be nice. I don't let anyone read the stuff that's not nice. So, namaste AEW.
No, Harley, no.
Oh no, Harley. Are we back to this? This is Harley.
How
We
long
know
have we
you
been
can
doing
do
this now?
Long enough for me to know that it hurts you.
It does.
Okay,
Johnny, let's
I'm
do it
gonna-
right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Namaste.
Namaste AEW.